Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a new deck tech video. Today I'm going to cover my last deck and this is going to finish my WCA series and it's going to cover my Handlock. Yeah, it's a pretty standard Handlock and I'm going over the deck list here. It's my last deck and it's basically a deck that is very overpowered. Many people play it. It's like when you plan on playing in a tournament with a ban format, just expect this deck to be banned every single time. It has double Soulfire, pretty standard in a Handlock deck. You can tweak this and remove one Soulfire, just because people don't play Issue Drakes anymore. Like this card was mainly in the deck as a your opponent plays an Issue Drake and you play your Giant and then you kill the Issue Drake for free. Now that people play Sludge Belcher, it's slightly different. Like the card will not get that much value anymore. But you can use it as a finisher card. Since I play the Arcane Golem in my specific deck, Soulfire is a pretty good card because I use it as a burst damage. It's like 4 damage for 0 mana. Play one Mortal Coil just because, yeah, it's not that good anymore. It used to be very core. People don't play aggro in tournaments that much, so Mortal Coil, it's like one of the weaker cards in the deck. It's more control based, you have a lot of heal. You have the double Farseers, you have the Siphon Souls, you have many Taunts, you have the Sludge Belchers. It's more control oriented. Like the Mortal Coil, it's very difficult to explain the strength of Mortal Coil. Yes, it is a good card. Like in many situations, you never ever, let's say, yeah, for example, you play a mirror match, your opponent has a Twilight Drake, right? If you have the Owl to silence it, you don't wanna waste anything. You don't really have anything except a Mortal Coil to deal 1 damage. So it's like when you play a Paladin or Priest or something, when stuff is alive on 1 health, it's really annoying. So Mortal Coil is a very good card, but on this other hand, it's like one of the weaker cards. Like you never want to have 2 Mortal Coils in your hand if people don't really play those weak minions. So it's difficult to explain how strong this card is. Yes, it is good, but at the same time, like you have to decide for yourself if you don't play 2 Mortal Coils. It's like very understandable. Like I have the mix, like I play only 1 instead of 2, so but playing 2 is still fine. It's just very difficult to cut cards, as you will see later on, because there's a lot of core cards in a Handlock deck. Power Overwhelming, since I play the I really like to play the Arcane Golem instead of the Leroy Jenkins now, since it got nerfed. Just to have the secret burst, the hidden burst. Like when you have 10, you will play like many mirror matches and stuff like that. It will come down, both players are dropping low, both players have 10 cards in their hand or 8 cards or something. And if you have this burst damage your opponent has to play around, it's like you play against a druid who plays Force of Nature combo, just 1 copy of it. You still have to play around it. And this is basically what it does. Arcane Golem plus Power Overwhelming plus Faces is still like a lot of burst damage, it's 16 damage. It's very scary and it doesn't require a lot of slots in the deck, which is very important. Like Faceless is core, 1 Faceless. Just to play 1 Arcane Golem and 1 Power Overwhelming is, it's just 2 slots to just give a really different threat to your deck, which is very good to have. Like if I wouldn't play Arcane Golem, I would just play like a second Siphon Soul. So I'd rather have this additional combo in my deck for a huge amount of burst damage. Ironbeak Owls is very core. Just like those and Watchers, you can't cut those cards, it's too important. Same with the double Sunfury Protector, it's absolutely core, you can't cut those cards. Farseer, I try to cut 1 sometimes, but it's very nice to have, not just to heal yourself, but sometimes you trade with your minions and then you heal your minions. Like you trade with your giant, kill something and then you heal the giants. So it has very nice synergy. You have a lot of minions with a lot of health in this deck, like the Twilight Drakes, the Lord Taps, even Sludge Belchers, Mountain Giants, so it has a lot of synergy. It's very nice, especially against aggro decks that try to burst you down, you heal yourself up and so forth. 1 Hellfire, I think this is the optimal combination to play 1 Hellfire and 2 Shadow Flames. Shadow Flame is way too strong with Watchers and whatnot. Hellfire is not that good, it's good against Shaman, But besides that, it's not that good of a card. Shadow Flame is much stronger, and to play 2 Hellfires and 2 Shadow Flames is simply too much. Let me check. I actually didn't play the Sengens. This is like a mistake. I'm playing Argus instead of Sengen, so sorry. Okay, I'm playing the double Sengens here. Yeah, removing the double Sengens. The Argus, obviously a pretty standard card. I think I even just played 1 Argus. Yeah, I played 1 Argus. And I played Sylvanas for control matchups. So yeah, I played the Argus pretty standard. Yeah, as you just saw, like it's very difficult to cut cards. Since you play the Sludge Belcher, you can cut 1 taunt. Argus is not that good if you have nothing on the board, so you need to be in control of the game that Argus gets its maximum value. So when you're behind, Argus is not a very good card. Yeah, Twilight Drake pretty standard. Faceless also core in my opinion to have at least 1. It enables the combo with the King Golem and the Power Whelming as well. Low tap, it's very good against Miracle Rogue, just secures you the win. You don't want to lose against Miracle Rogue when you play Handlock, so you just have this additional very strong card against Miracle Rogue. Basically I played low tap in every single one of my decks just to be very strong against Miracle Rogue. Sludge Belchers, just absolutely core now. You used to play Sunwalkers, but yeah, it's faster, it fits faster in the curve. Sunwalker is too slow. You want to have something turn 5, because you play Giants and Drakes in turn 4, and you want to have the follow-up play. In the past you played double Faceless to have the turn 5 Faceless, but Sludge Belcher is way more reliant, and it's much better against aggro decks because it provides 2 taunts. Siphon Soul, as a hard removal card, you don't need 2 Siphon Souls most of the time. Since you play, I don't play like Control, since I have the Arcane Golem. If you play a Control version with no Power Whelmings, no Arcane Golems, you need 2 Siphon Souls, or BGH. To play 1 BGH is still correct, but I wouldn't know what to cut, because I want to play the Arcane Golem. Basically you can cut Arcane Golem for 1 BGH, but it's a completely different playstyle. I play the Sylvanas, as it's just a very strong card in the control. It's very nice, it has very good synergy with the Shadow Flame, very nice synergy with the Power of the Whelming. It's like a mind control, Power of the Whelming plus Sylvanas. So yeah, this is the reason behind Sylvanas. Jaraxxus, it's a nice heal against, if you play against Hunter or something like that. It's very good against Priest. It guarantees you the win against Priest most of the time. Except he plays Fort Steel and gets his own Jaraxxus. Yeah, it's good against Warrior as well. Mountain Giants but against Warrior, Alexstrasza is a better card. Mountain Giants and Mountain Giants. Molten Giants and Mountain Giants are just pretty core, nothing to say there. Like at least 25 cards of this deck are absolute core, so it's very few cards you can cut. The cards you can cut are like Siphon Soul, Loatep even, Arcane Golem, One Mortal Coil, Soulfire, Arcane Golem, and Farseer maybe. And Defend of Argus like 1 or 2. So it's very few cards you can cut, and Sylvanas in my deck. So pretty standard, it's a very strong deck. It's good for ladder climbing. I like this version a lot. Like this is like close to the perfect version. The cards you can remove like is Sylvanas, if you don't like, yeah, play like 1 BGH to be strong in the mirror matches. But besides that, it's like pretty perfect list. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some games about that.